Hola, hola a todos. Welcome to another video for Supera Spanish and ESL classes. Today's topic is a big one, ser versus estar. We're going to talk about these two verbs and how to decide when to use which. If you really want to master this topic, drop me an email at elizabeth@superalanguages.com. I welcome students of all ages. The classes are online. They're on your schedule. There's no long-term commitment. They're really fun and accessible. So email me at elizabeth@superalanguages.com to get started with private Spanish classes or Spanish tutoring if you are already enrolled in a Spanish class. Let's go ahead and get started. The verbs ser and estar both mean to be, but these verbs are not interchangeable. So I'm going to start by saying that if you took high school Spanish, you most likely had these verbs explained to you as ser is for things that are permanent and estar is for things that are temporary. And that's an okay way to think about it, but it's not the best way to think about it. The best way to think about it that I've found is that ser expresses ideas about characteristics and estar expresses ideas about conditions. So what the heck does that mean? Ser will describe characteristics like your personality, physical appearance, what people and things look like, where is it from, what is it made of, things like that. You'll talk about traits that are more likely to be permanent, not necessarily permanent, but more likely to be permanent. And ser sentences will answer the question, what are you like? Here are those conjugations. Yo soy means I am. Tú eres means you are. Él es means he is. Ella es, she is. Ustedes, you are. Ellos son means they are. And nosotros somos means we are. Now let's talk about estar. Estar is going to be for conditions that are more likely to change. Estar will talk about moods, health, where is something, where is it right now, what position is it in, what condition is it in, that sort of thing. So estar will talk about conditions that are more likely to be temporary, but not necessarily. The most important thing to think about is that they will answer the question, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? Here are those conjugations. Again, these words also in English mean I am, you are, he is, etc. Yo estoy, tú estás, él está, ellos están, nosotros estamos. So let's take a look at some specific examples of when to use which. Estar will talk about emotions. Emotions are conditions. It will talk about conditions like your health. And that is why you ask ¿Cómo estás? To ask someone how they're doing. You know, how are you? How's your health? How are you feeling? Also the conditions of things, not just people. It can talk about a person or thing's location. It can also talk about permanent locations. So this is one place that it's important to remember that ser isn't necessarily permanent and estar isn't necessarily temporary, because estar will always be for locations and positions, even if they are permanent. And how about ser? Ser is for more permanent characteristics, not necessarily permanent, but often more permanent. An occupation, yo soy estudiante. Also to express a hobby. For instance, if you were going to say I'm an artist or I'm a dancer. Your personality traits, I'm smart, I'm friendly. Oh, also your physical appearance, of course. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but your physical appearance, such as saying that you're tall or you got blonde hair or something like that. What something is made of. where something or someone comes from. So this is origin, not current location. For telling time, eventually I'll make a video on telling time in Spanish. Your relationship to a person or thing. So the example I give is nosotros somos amigos, we are friends, but this can be really any relationship to any person or anything from saying she is my mother to this is my pencil, a relationship. So I'm going to take you through a little practice. This one I think is fairly easy because you don't have to conjugate. You're just going to do your best to choose between ser and estar. This one says this one says she is an accountant. Ella es contadora because it's her occupation. It's 5:30. Son las 5:30. The workers are very tired. Los trabajadores están muy cansados. Being tired is their condition right now. The wine is from France. Don't forget that origin and location are different. El vino es de Francia. The microphone is broken. El micrófono está quebrado. Being broken is a condition. The tables are very big. Las mesas son muy grandes. Being big is a physical trait. I'm a teacher. Yo soy maestra. Another occupation. And notice in Spanish they often don't use articles before occupations. We are very friendly. Nosotros somos muy amables. A personality trait. Juan is my brother. Juan es mi hermano. I'm home. Estoy en casa. My location. You are very nice. Tú eres muy simpático. A personality trait again. You are the receptionist. Usted es la recepcionista. This one's going to be a fill in the blank. You're going to fill in the blank with the correct form of ser or estar. So for this one, you've got to choose between them and conjugate the verb. I'm a student. Yo soy estudiante. She is very funny. Ella es muy graciosa. We are friends. Nosotros somos amigos. Are you in the office? ¿Tú estás en la oficina? They are Mexican. Ellos son mexicanos. She's my boss. Ella es mi jefa. They are the managers. Ellos son los gerentes. All of the managers are sick. Todos los gerentes están enfermos. You all are very nice. Ustedes son muy amables. You did it. That was it. I hope that video made you a little more comfortable with the tricky topic of ser versus estar. Again, if you would like more help and practice with that or any other topic in Spanish, send me an email, elizabeth@superalanguages.com. All right, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, adios.